Hey guys, welcome back to the This Is Soul Skate Shop YouTube channel. I'm here today with Haars. Tim is an actor and one of the best skaters in the country from the 90s.
More or less.
Yeah. And we're gonna do a little podcast for you guys. Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for inviting me to your shop.
Yeah, cool.
Because this is your new shop, right?
This is my new shop and we closed down the old one this week, so yeah, this is now the only location that we still have.
Good. Yeah, I saw it happening on Instagram yesterday. So
yeah, took down the sign. Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
It's a sad thing, but a beautiful thing, because it's like we evolved kind of. Yeah. That's really exciting. It's been an exciting year. A lot of people started skating again this year, so
yeah, me too.
And I think you're one of them. Yeah.
And it's really funny to see how actually everybody is now, you know, getting psyched again about inline skating. Yeah. Especially, I mean, for me it's pretty strange actually, because you know I was so focused on my career for 15 years. Yeah. That I actually did not skate at all until COVID hit us, and then all of a sudden I just realized, well, wow. What was the thing that made me happy back in the day? And it was of course inline skating. Yeah. And so I started again, and I have to say, I mean, it's even better than then. I mean, skating.
What makes it better?
I think it just, I mean, being physical in a different way, that you don't have to think of getting fit. It's just like you're doing your tricks and you're having fun and you're skating with a group. Yeah. A group of people who are also like from that same period. And I think that really got me psyched again. And I just have to say, I mean, back in the day I was skating for a sponsor. I had a sponsor deal, I was skating competition, so it was pretty serious in the end. And when I'm skating now, when I'm inline skating now, I'm just having fun and just focusing on a couple of tricks I want to do. And it's more about like being with other inline skaters instead of like showing off and doing skating competition.
When did the sponsorship ended for you? What era was that? What year was that?
It actually never ended.
Never ended.
Until now. Yeah. No, that's bullshit. But when I stopped inline skating, I still had a couple of sponsors. Yeah. And then I fluently started acting. Yeah. It just happened after I started skating. Yeah. For a while, I just combined the two. And so actually, I gained new sponsors when we made, for example, the Pulp Show. What was a sketch program in Holland for television, and so they gave me the opportunity to have new sponsors, but they were not inline skate related.
Yeah, exactly.
But back in the day, I had like Rossies. I was in the national team. Yeah. Together with Huub Smit and Niels Jansen and José Malen. He was our team chef. Okay. And Huub Smit, he also started acting. He had a lot of Rise Above. I was in the international Rise Above team. Ryan Jaclone was one of the bigger names. Yeah. It was really funny, and I had a lot of deals. Senate sponsored me. I remember winning the Rye Unlimited. It was a big competition, and I won, and they gave me a $6,000 contract. Whoa. From Senate. It was insane. I was like 13 or 14, so I mean, that was really a big amount of money to win. But yeah, I had a really fun time skating back in the day. Yeah. So,
how long did you continue skating when the sponsors kind of like faded for like when Senate kind of like disappeared? Did that also end your motivation to skate by yourself, because you never really skated by yourself?
No, not at all.
That way, or okay. Because that's what I hear from a lot of old pros, that as soon as the sponsorships dry out, that it's hard for them to find the motivation to do it themselves. But you kind of like kept on going for a while, because you also skated with your friends a lot, of course.
Yeah, of course. We had like a couple of skate crews. I started out skating the 031 crew. Yeah. There was a big crew from the south of Holland, with people like Randy Abels, Defo Abels, so Stefan Haars, my brother, Roel Verhoeven, Maarten Vos was also involved. Rest in peace. Yeah. And so I started skating in that period over there, and when the sponsor stopped, I didn't about them at all. I just wanted to like live.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to hang out in Amsterdam. Yeah. And because I skated here very often, I just wanted to hang out here in Amsterdam and do other stuff than sports.
Let's start at the beginning. What were your first pairs of skates and what year was that?
Oh, my first pair of skates were Rosie's Athens.
Okay.
Also called Rosie's Max. They were exactly the same. But that was my first skate. I remember a guy in my village. I'm from a very small village in the south of Holland. Where like it's really different than for example Amsterdam or a bigger town. Yeah. Because there was literally nothing up there.
Like mass country.
Absolutely. So I saw this. My brother saw this guy skating. I remember. Okay. And my brother bought skates. So my brother was inline skating, and I watched him, inline skating. I was like, damn, that's strange, because we were just used to ice skating. Back in the days we had like winters with ice on water. So I saw him inline skating. I was like, damn, I want to do that as well. So my parents gave me skates for my 12th birthday. I remember, and I put them on, and it just from the beginning it felt so good to do. I mean, just felt so fluent, and I remember the first time I put them on, there was like a really nice road in front of my house, and I skated on them, and I was like already super quick, and it just it just gave me a lot of fun, and I never stopped.
Your brother Stefan, right? And so he's older than you?
Yeah, 1 year older.
1 year, okay, that's not a lot. And he had skates before you already?
Yeah, he was already skating a little bit.
How long? So like a year already, or like a couple months? Or?
Let's say like a couple of months.
Okay, but so was he always better than you at the beginning?
I don't.
Did he push you in that way, or?
I don't remember him being better than me. Okay. Sorry, Steph. but I just remember that Steph was also a really good inline skater. He was, at the nationals, because we had like nationals every single year. Yeah. He became like one time fourth, third, and so was he was really up there. Oh, okay. So he had like a different style, a different way to skate, and I had my way of inline skating. And I just remember that like we really juiced each other to become better and do bigger things. Yeah. And in that period of the sport, it was huge. I mean, I remember like there was a Rose's agenda. It was the most popular agenda that you could have. I mean, everybody was thinking about inline skating. It was really.
Well, what year did you get your skates?
I was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was 13 when I skated my first competition.
So what year was that?
Let's say 94.
94. Okay, and that was when the Roaches agenda was.
No, when I skated my first competition, the nationals, the first nationals ever, I became first. Yeah. And they gave me a contract to skate in the US for the World Championships in San Francisco, and a sponsor. And the Roses noticed me skating this competition, and then they gave me a deal.
Who approached you? Was it Axel?
I don't know. Jose Malen approached me. Okay. But I remember also Niels Jansen. He was at the competition. He was also from Amsterdam, and I was still really from the south. And he also noticed me probably, and people started talking about me skating, because nobody knew each other back then in the way we do now. Yeah. Like, there was no social media. Yeah. So you had to really find out about somebody who was skating in a particular place. Yeah. And in this case, it was me skating in a small village.
Where was the nationals competition? Where was that held?
The first time ever was in 's-Hertogenbosch, and the second time ever was also in 's-Hertogenbosch. I also won the second time. Okay. Sven became the first time second, and also I believe the second time.
So you beat Sven twice in like 95 and 96.
The only two times, yeah. And then afterwards he just like exploded. Yeah, and if you look at Sven now, I think he's one of the most talented, gifted skaters ever. I mean, he is 40, and if you look what kind of tricks he is pulling, it's insane. But back then I was better. Yeah. I mean, park skating.
Yeah,
that's a different.
And was it just in the? I've seen old footage. I don't know, from like one of the old Dutch VHS tapes. I don't know which one it is. Like Pindakaas or
Pindakaas, chosen one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's footage from a skate park in Den Bosch. Is that the skate park where the nationals competition was held, or what? No. Did they build a new park?
No, they created a really big park outside by the near the Brabanthalle.
Okay.
It's like that's
the Rai.
The Rai, more or less. Van the Bos, and they had like a really big park with a mini ramp, and it was huge. Like 2,000 people watching this event. That was the first time they held it up there, and the second time they just did it in a small skate park in Zuidoogenbos. But the sport was really big back then, the 90s. I mean, you had like inline skaters, young kids, super irritating,
like you,
like us. So I totally get it how the skateboards were thinking about us back then. I mean, the 90s, if you're a boarder and you had like all these inline skaters coming in, that sucked big time. It's like the scooters nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody hates scooters. People just hate small kids.
Yeah, exactly.
In big numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
I think you could have been especially irritating when you were a kid, weren't you? Like with the big mouth. Were you a loud mouth? Were you like were you like that? Or?
Yeah, I was a brat.
You were a brat. Like,
I was pretty arrogant. I had a lot to talk about, and I didn't give a shit about anything. So I think that combination made me like a super irritating annoying kid. But I could also like inline skate really good, so that combination was not good for my head. But I calmed down.
And it became kind of like your strength in life, that brat aspect of your personality. You kind of like utilized it to the max.
I mean, the way I should see it is like when I wasn't really a big champion. I didn't like school really much, the system. So my confidence was pretty low. So when I started inline skating the first time, I could like really do something that I was good in.
Yeah.
They gave me the confidence I needed back then as a kid. Yeah. So yes, I was a brat, but it also was like genuine confidence in something I could do. So that's why I really completely embraced inline skating. Back then, because it gave me the confidence I needed as a small kid.
It shapes you as a person in a way that. I also remember that when you sometimes you think like, oh, like a topsail, I can never do it, and then like a couple of months later you are able to do it, and then you start to think like, wow, the world has no boundaries.
That's what I really like about this sport, and now I didn't inline skate for 15 years.
You didn't? No, you hardly.
I didn't.
You didn't? Really?
No. I remember one time somebody forcing me to skate. That was you. On the Museumplein during the extreme. What was that? Like it was a skate park there.
Oh, I remember. You borrowed my skate stand. Yeah. That was the urban sports week.
I was like, fuck. I couldn't say no, so I put them on and I dropped in, and I remember falling down. I was like, damn. What's happening? And there was like, okay, now I'm never going to do it again.
Okay.
But we were talking about tricks and how they come back. And the funny thing is now, 15 years later, I started again, and every single week there's a new trick.
Yeah.
It just pops up in your brain because you're like, because you know you could do it, and now you feel you can do it.
Yeah.
And of course, it has to do with your physical memory.
Yeah.
That whenever you like riding a bike. You will never, you will never be unable to ride a bike.
Yeah, it's true. It's funny that how you just like sometimes when you're walking, your feet suddenly start to like want to do a certain movement, and you're like, damn it. Yeah. It's a really undescribable feeling. Your body's like start to envision a certain trick that you're like almost can or maybe can or cannot do.
That's really funny because in the beginning, when I started again, I fucked up my back. I had like. No feeling in my left leg anymore, so I had to like go to how do you call it, physio, to get it better. And but now I'm fit. Now really a lot of tricks are popping up again, and it's fun.
Hey, so you won the first 2 national championships, and then you got like a ticket to go to the United States.
Yeah.
Did you go?
I did go. Yeah, it was really amazing.
It was just you alone in an airplane?
No,
or
I went. They bought me a ticket, and my parents and my brother also went.
Okay.
And my brother also competed.
Did Stefan also like want a ticket, or he just he had to pay?
Yeah, my parents paid for my brother.
Okay.
And of course for themselves. And,
yeah.
You know, I could go, but I remember seeing John Julio the first time.
Sick.
And Jason Marshall. I mean, there was also a skater from the Bay Area.
Okay.
But it was just I had seen inline skating, of course, in Holland, but mostly just on tapes. So the Hoax, Bottom Line, Dare to Air, and like real old school stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, seeing like a couple of those pro skaters in real life was like, wow, what the fuck is this? And John Julio is still one of my favorite skaters.
Yeah.
He can do like a song, and he can make it look so classy.
Yeah.
You can really appreciate like the newer skaters, of course, like Alex Pascal or I don't know Wellsmore or name a couple of those guys. But I mean, seeing an old school skater like doing like a soul with style, I mean, that really.
I think the people who learned it on a skate like this. Let me grab one.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I think if you learned it on a skate like this, you're so forced to do it in a certain way that you have to force yourself to become really good at putting the skate in an angle like this.
For sure.
And then with the newer skates that have like really big sole plate, you're kind of like more allowed to learn it in a lazy way.
Is this the sole we used?
Yeah, this is the sole you used to
skate
on in the back in the day.
Because I remember like really doing it almost even trying every trick with this. I mean soles.
Yeah.
But this is like insane.
No, it's actually doable. You'll get used to it. Yeah.
I broke a lot of frames though. I have to admit.
Okay.
I mean, I remember like everything broke when I was skating. I mean everything. I mean. I remember doing a big jump over like a couple of bikes, like 15 bikes.
Whoa!
And we used to do like in our village like competition jumping over bikes.
Okay,
15.
sick.
And the frame completely broke on me. I fucked up my ankle as well during that.
On the Roches ATH?
Yeah.
But that frame was also really bad.
Yeah,
it was not as good as this one.
No, I think it was like half this size.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the skates, how they evolved.
Yeah.
And after 15 years not skating or not thinking about it and coming to a shop is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, my skating setup now, if you compare it to like back in the day.
Did you bring your setup?
Yeah, so
Can you show it? Oh, it's in your car. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought I have a couple of setups because I bought the Razor Cosmo / Shift.
Yeah.
So I use like a couple of setups.
Yeah.
So I mostly use it for aggressive inline skating. So. I of course got like the 65 millimeters on the outside, and then the feather lights.
Yeah.
They're super light, and great space in between, and then I got like the 80 millimeters who come with them, with the ground control wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, because I live in an area where like you have like small hills and stuff.
Oh really?
So I go skate with my girlfriend.
Oh.
And then we just hang out. And I go to the skate park, but that's a good combination.
Where do you live? You live in Brabant, right?
Yeah.
So are there hills there?
Yeah, we got like small hills.
Wow.
I mean, not a lot, but there's some relief. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So now you skate on the shift, and you change the sole plates for whenever what you want to do. So you only use one skate now?
I actually do, yeah.
Okay, but you also have the fifth element?
Yeah, but I don't use that.
You don't use it anymore.
Yeah, I gave it away.
Okay.
Somebody who needed skates, so he's riding them.
Sweet.
But I just really like the fact that you only need one skate now, instead of like a fitness skate, for example.
Yeah.
Or a skate of free skates, or or one for aggressive. So I got like a lot of options, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about like buying some 125 millimeter wheels to try skate.
Yeah.
Just to check it out.
Yeah. But, I think everybody should make up their own mind regarding those frames. but I do like I can foresee already that you will not like them because the added height gives so much more instability that it's nicer to ride like 4x90 or 4x80, 84 or 4x80, something like that.
I have the options. That's really fun.
I think there's more future in a setup like this. Let me grab it real quick. I think this has more future because then if you ride over something, you have 5 wheels.
But this is more. This is skiing, right?
No, it's not a speed skate.
Oh, what it is? I saw this guy filming. I saw this guy on Instagram with this.
All right, yeah, very possible.
But I will never go and do this because I just like aggressive skating and a little bit of like.
Well, the thing is that this skate, put it here. It has a rocker. So if you press on the front wheel, you see this one is still rolling. So you're super maneuverable with it. Yeah,
the wish frames. I tried it with wish frames, the rockering system. It's really funny because I bought the bigger one, the 72 outside version, and the 65, the smaller one. And I have to say, I mean, didn't do it on purpose. I made a mistake and then I was rockering.
Ah, okay.
And I was
so
turning.
You felt how maneuverable it was, how fun it is. So imagine having a really long wheelbase like this. That just means that you cannot fall anymore. So if you want to do like something like a slide, it becomes suddenly really easy if you have a really long wheelbase with the rocker. And especially for somebody that likes aggressive skating like you. I mean, you cannot really grind on these.
No.
That's true, but anything you want to do on flat ground is suddenly a lot easier.
It's Seba, so CG Wellsmore is riding for that one.
Yeah, but
it's got the aggressive model, right?
Yeah, exactly. But this is more the frame and it's a separate brand and
But it's really funny to see because when I started skating again, I called René Gauthier. I said, dude, I need skates. And I had no idea. He was like, he explained me about the liners. Because back in the day, you just bought one skate and the skate was done.
Yeah, exactly.
Had the frames, had the wheels, had the liner. There's nothing you could do. So I called René Gauthier and we went to your shop in North. And my first idea was like to buy an Aeon. Aeon 80 because I had like this vision in my head for like, I got speed, I can grind a little, blah blah blah. But that didn't work out. He told me, don't do it, buy aggressive skates, you will love that. And I bought the Fifth Elements. But the fun part I really like is like, the difference now and like, let's say in the beginning, for me 20 years ago or so, it's like the options you have. And that's really cool because, it's like a sort of hobby for me right now to check out the best options. And everybody who started skating again, or still skating, is riding now all kinds of options. That's really funny to see.
But didn't you buy a V13 like 10 years ago?
I did,
Yeah, so you did skate.
Absolutely. I skated them like once or twice.
Okay.
And they were too small.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't notice that at the shop at all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they were too small for
me. Narrow.
Yeah, too narrow. I mean, it didn't work for me at all.
Ah,
so shit. I never ever I gave them away to somebody.
Oh shit.
I'm not sure who I gave it away to, but that really sucked.
Oh, so you lost 5 years because of that?
It could be. But I think COVID really made me realize I want to do this again. And, I mean, it's stupid that I didn't do it for so long. I think about it right now because it's not only the skating, but all the guys who skate, and everybody who I used to hang out with. Of course, I saw them like a couple of times a year, but now I'm skating again and I'm skating. I just get to hook up with them more often, and that's what it's all about. Hanging out with people. So,
you went to America. And your brother also competed. And you met John there. And how did that go? You arrived. What happened?
We arrived in San Francisco, and now we went to the hotel, and then of course the day of competition was there. But before we competed, they were shooting a movie, Better Than Drugs, and Anthony Barraga, Jason Marshall, all the guys from San Francisco were shooting this movie, and we went skating with them.
Oh, sick!
Yeah, we hooked up and we saw them on. We went skating to all the classic spots, so like Habba's Hideout, Embarcadero, and we see Union Square with a lot of cool curves, and we just went skating out there. And they also included a line I did in that movie.
Oh, really?
I believe my brother got a couple of tricks in that movie, so that was really cool.
Oh.
But then, yeah, of course, during the day of competing, insane. Just to it was so well organized, so big, beautiful course. And, all your favorite skaters were there. I mean, all from the Bay Area, then of course, and it was overwhelming. I mean, I remember being I was 14. I mean, we were a really small kid, and everybody was already pretty big. I couldn't really match to their levels, but I mean, we had great fun.
Yeah,
and that was the most important thing. It's like Nederlands Engels. But it was a great experience, and when we went back to Holland, new opportunities arrived, and we could also do other things in Holland. So that was really cool. Yeah.
How did you end up in the competition? Like what position did you get?
I don't remember.
Yeah, so not so high.
I think could be around 30 or 40.
Yeah.
But I mean, the amount of people who were competing were
exactly
were 200 or so.
Oh, wow!
It was a different kind of era.
Yeah. And you were 13, and the others were 17 probably or something.
But I remember going on tour with Rosees, every single year to Lausanne, Switzerland. So with the Rosees team, so with Theo Eerhardt and Niels Janssen and Huub Smit was also a part of it. Jeroen Kamp,
I don't know,
skater from the deep south. And Niels Janssen, José Manuel as our team captain. That was so cool. Then we went to Monte Carlo for a different game, for the ASA games, and it was just a big dream actually. And of course I got a lot of pictures of that faces. That's really cool. But it was just you didn't have to think about anything at all. It was just skating. I had a contract with my school, because I knew I was doing competitions, so I just gave them homework with me.
That's nice.
Yep.
So you could do Zoom lessons when you were there?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No, but it was fun. Yeah.
So when you came back, that's when the Lausanne, when you came back from America, and that's when the Lausanne thing came up?
Yeah.
To how many Lausannes did you go?
I think 2 or 3.
It's really a mythical thing for me. I've never been, but I hear it coming up so many times. Just so many pro skaters are talking about Lausanne.
Yeah, it was the biggest thing back then.
It was the biggest. It was kind of like the Winter Clash, maybe. Yeah.
Kun je die zin nog even vanaf?
Ja, precies. Ja. So you came back from America, and then the whole Lausanne thing started, right?
Yeah, more or less. I think so. Yeah.
I hear a lot of pro skaters talking about Lausanne. For me, I've never been there, so it's hard for me to really imagine. But is it maybe the Winter Clash feeling that we have now? Is that maybe how Lausanne was back in the day?
I've never been to Winter Clash.
Oh, okay.
I saw it on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go.
Yeah.
Whenever it's gonna be.
Yeah.
After COVID.
Yeah.
But I think you can really it's more or less that times 5, because it was so big. I mean,
how many people were there?
If you check out footage that you see in tapes, you have maybe a couple of thousand people watching.
Whoa!
I mean, it was really big. And I remember the first day that there was an openings festival where everybody started on top of the hill. Just like in Swiss Dressing, it's an escape movie. And
I bet here.
With a torch, everybody went downhill.
Okay.
And there were no rules, so all the cars were still driving. It wasn't safe at all. So everybody went down, and that was the start of that weekend. But it was just it was really big, and then we skated, of course, street in town, and then back to the competition. I remember going Key O. I was doing a 540, and I fell down, and I couldn't land on the bank, so my 2 feet landed like this, and I fell on my head.
Oh,
so
yeah, fuck.
I was knocked out.
Oh.
I remember that part. And there were a lot of girls as well there.
There were a lot of girls?
Yeah, it was fun.
That's maybe different than Winter Clash then.
Yeah, are there no girls there?
No girls in Winter Clash.
No, but I think I saw this rise. It's called the Bladies movement.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, respect for them.
And the skate, the skate really cool.
Yeah, but it's still that's like a small percentage of the skaters are females.
Of course.
So yeah.
But I mean, it's a good thing. It's got the
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely good. Actually, for the skate school that we have, I think like 2/3 of all the applicants are female.
Okay.
So it's definitely the girls are also good at skating. If you, at least like below 12, the females are more likely to pick it up quickly. They're like more, I don't know, more fluent, or like they move easier or something.
The hips don't lie.
Kind of like dancing.
Hips don't lie. No. But you know, actually the coolest thing about like inline skating for me now is like going places where I also used to be.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I started inline skating here in the Amsterdam district. I just skated here, you know, hang out in bars, and I could always sleep here. You know, in the beginning I was, you know, I could always crash at Jesse Ridder's house. Yeah, I was at his parents. I slept there for like a long period, and then I could like stay at Remy Cartier's house for a really long time.
That was here, right?
Yeah, I was here around the corner. So you know, it was so easy to go out, skate, and hang out in the town you wanted to be in, and see the town, but also you know skate. I mean, that combination was really fun. Yeah. And I mean that's the most fun part about inline skating. I think that you like see places and hook up with people. Yeah, for sure. Hook up with the locals. Yeah. I can call people now from all over Europe and say, "Okay, I'm coming. Do you know a place where I can stay?" And then that's so cool. Always something where you can crash. It's really nice. Yeah. Hey, you were in a couple of movies. So you mentioned the Better Than Drugs movie. Yeah. But also like the Pindakaas. The Chosen 1 and 2. Chosen 1 and 2. Are there any more? Could be a Lomp. Yeah. Amno Klein made a movie, Lomp. I think it's still on YouTube. You can check that one out. I think it's not on YouTube actually. But we have it here. My girl is in it. Oh yeah, cool. Is your girl in it? Yeah. Is she the one being beat down? Yeah. No way. The one is being beat down with. Is that your girl? Yeah, that's my girl. So check out Amnon. Okay. But I mean that movie is. I mean this movie as well. Let me see. I think it could be that Kevin Brinkman that he also made a couple of flicks. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it is, you know, in that time where we were just skating, everybody was filming us, so we didn't really, you know, notice that in a way because you were just so focused on your tricks. Okay. And there was always a camera. Yeah. Concrete Jungle is the one from. Oh yeah. Right. It could be. Yeah. No, it is. Yeah. Concrete Jungle. And you know, back in the day, like in 97 and 98, you had like a show on national television. Yeah. Where you could see the skating competitions, the inline skate competition. Okay. So there was national television was also involved. Was that the youth channel from Eurosport? It could be that it was You're In. Oh, You're In? Okay. Yeah, but I'm not sure though. Yeah. And you used to call it RTL nowadays, but nowadays it's called RTL. And back in the day it was You're In, I believe. But but I think if you see now because of COVID. You can really notice that like the sport is getting bigger again, and you can also see like a lot of old skaters who stopped skating are starting again. For sure. And the skaters who you know just continued skating, they for them it's really cool that everybody's coming back to it. Yeah. And if you combine that with social media, it's fun. I mean, there's a new energy for me. Yeah. In the sport, I mean. Yeah. Yeah. So look how Chris Edwards is now approaching it, and that's funny. Yeah. We need I think it would be good if our Dutch heroes from the past would also do a little Chris Edwards move and like reimburse like their old passion, like you are doing right now. And you started kind of like your acting career maybe in a way in the Chosen movies. With like having little, like noticing maybe that when the camera is put on you that both the cameramen
like is like, hey, it's fun to film Tim, and Tim is like, hey, it's fun to be filmed in a way.
I love the camera. I mean, if you look, whenever there was a camera inside, I was there. I mean, it just felt super normal. And of course, if I look at my acting career now, it all started, with inline skating, because that was my introduction with a camera.
Exactly. Was there anything before the Chosen movies? Did Stefan pick up a camera before that, or did anything?
Yeah, there's one movie. It's called Lepeltje Pap.
Seriously?
Yeah. And
okay. I don't know about this.
All the footage is gone.
Oh shit.
It's really shitty.
Okay.
Stefan lent it to somebody and he lost it.
Fuck.
So that's really a pity, because we were all like 12, 13.
Yeah.
We were like really, really young. But that was in Holland before The Chosen came out.
Yeah.
One of the first movies.
And there was a skating thing as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes, a lot of inline skating.
A lot of sketches.
Really cool combination. And if you look at The Pulp Show, for example, one of the first projects we did, it actually started out with all inline skaters. Yeah. I mean, I remember like a pilot we made with Steven Tolle, Gijs Peetzold.
Oh, really?
Stefan, me, Wietse. A bunch of inline skaters. Yeah. Making like comedy sketches and inline skating, the combination. And
is that pilot available somewhere?
I think Stefan has got it somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that transformed into The Pulp Show. Yeah. So actually, I mean, it all started with being on skates.
What year The Pulp Show came out?
Let me see. I think 2009 or 8.
Way.
Oh no, but let me see. 10 years before New Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 2001. Yeah. Yeah, because we made a documentary about what we did for Comedy Central, what we did before New Kids, and that was like 10 years ago. Yeah. It's called 10 years before. Yeah. So 2001. Yeah, that's gonna be.
So that was the Pulp Show, and then the Chosen 1 and 2. What years were they?
They were probably in let's say 97, 98. I'm not so good in when, but that
exactly.
Feels
so there's still like a big gap in between that there's like nothing really came out.
That's true. Yeah, everybody was doing their own thing.
Yeah, of course.
Probably evolving into things they wanted to do. Yeah. But it's just really fun to see that, where it all began. Yeah. And that it's still here. Yeah. Because I started like 25 years ago, more or less. That's it. I mean, that is insane.
A little bit more even, yeah. Yeah.
And I have to say, some tricks I do now feel better.
They feel better?
And they also look better. I mean, it's really funny.
Why?
I think because back in the day I just wanted to go and do anything. So when I did my first 720 corkscrew, I didn't know anybody who could do that one. So I just,
seriously?
How the fuck does it work?
Oh.
So I kept on spinning until I landed the 720. Yeah. I remember doing a 720 on the first Nationals. It was just like this. I mean, I just wanted to rotate. That's what I wanted to do. But figuring out how to do a corkscrew. First I could do a flat spin. I had like the same feel to it. Yeah. But I mean, it's really different because with a corkscrew, you throw your feet like away. A flat spin is just
it's a different movement.
But but with tricks doing like, for example, like doing a stylish sweat stance. Yeah. Nowadays, it just looks better because I don't know why.
Also because maybe you're like more focused, you're more in tune with the basic tricks, and before you kind of like just wimpled the basic tricks off and you were like not really focused on them because it was just like maybe if you just did a sweat sense, it was just like an intermediate a thing you did between tricks or something. And it was like your mind was already at the next trick. But now if you're doing a sweat stance, you're like, okay, I'm doing a sweat stance, you're like really conscious about every little movement that you make. Yeah. You really focus on trying to make like the best sweat stance you ever made.
And that's really cool, if you watch John Julio, he's that guy. Yeah. He's the guy who does the tricks like solid and smooth and with style. Yeah. And I think I'm just like, I can really appreciate all the tricks now. Back in the day, it was just like, I want to show how much I can do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just like,
you're always in the area where it was sketchy.
Yeah.
You're always trying to be sketchy, kind of in a way. You're trying to be sketchy, and now you're like trying to go be as far away as possible from being sketchy. Yeah, that's why it feels better and looks better.
Yeah, you want to incorporate style. And that's fun.
Yeah, I remember that when I was younger as well. That I just wanted to do the trick that I couldn't do.
Yeah.
And if I landed it, I should have tried it more difficult.
Yeah. What's your age?
I'm 35.
35. Yeah.
It's not too much different from you in a way, but
that's only 4 years.
Yeah, but I grew up also like you in a small village, and it took me a really long time to get out of it in a way.
Oh yeah, it's difficult.
To like, I only like really met like the rest of the scene when I was like at the end of my teenage years in a way. So that's we kind of like had to figure out everything out ourselves, like you, but then like 10 years later. Yeah, because we're in our small little bubble.
In a way,
no media, no nothing.
I think in a way it's good because then you also create your own style, and I mean, especially now, all the kids on Instagram or social media are just trying to compare themselves to the other one.
Yeah.
And we just had our own group, we had each other.
Yeah.
Of course we had
only each other,
the hoax, because we watched the hoax every fucking single time before we went skating.
Yeah.
It was really insane.
Yeah.
I just watched the hoax like a couple of days ago, so it's still really good.
But that's what I mean. Like I didn't have the hoax. How did you even where did you even buy that? Like I didn't. Why didn't I have that? I don't know.
My first when I won the nationals, before I joined the nationals, there was like an inline skate shop in Zetogenbos, Downtown Sports, and they sponsored me already.
Okay.
And they gave me like I saw they sold the tape, so I bought them there.
So that's how you see it, how important it is to have a good shop around you, because we didn't have we had the Intersport in Alkmaar.
That really sucks.
Yeah, but
it's like, I mean, with all due respect, but go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. But I mean, they don't have like
they didn't have passion.
They have no knowledge. They have no passion. They sell the wrong inline skates.
Yeah, exactly.
Mostly them.
Well, back in the day, they did have Funbox magazine.
Yeah, I remember Funbox magazine. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And of the Daily Bread, of course, was like Daily Bread was like the #1 magazine we used to watch.
Were you ever in Daily Bread? There's a couple here, by the way.
I think I made it in one. Oh, I remember this cover though. Funny stuff. Yeah, it's in a way it's a pity there are no real magazines anymore.
Well, there actually is.
Or are there?
Yeah.
Let me see. I want to know. Oh, what is this new?
Yeah, it's been laying next to the whole time.
And I'm following this guy on Instagram.
Ah, cool.
He's got some good style. And was he skating for them?
Yeah. Robbie Pitts. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Derek Henderson.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is being made in the States.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah. And this is ironically it's called One. And because it's the only one. No, there's also Sketch magazine. So there's I think two magazines now.
And I still call it inline skating though.
Yeah, that's the correct name. So you're very right to do so.
Yeah, because it is inline skating.
Yeah.
I'm skating with wheels.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Inline, but
super weird how Americans try to force the word blading upon us.
Probably has to do with rollerblade.
Yeah.
The brand, of course, but I mean, hey, look, he's
Pascal.
That's a Dutch guy, right?
Yeah.
Pascal Tan. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram as well. Yeah. Fun.
You never met Pascal?
No.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Nah, he's doing television now, right?
Yeah.
I don't watch television that often, but Jamie showed me something, I believe. Yeah. It's really good that he.
Yeah, because he's like character-wise, you're not too far apart from each other, and also like he was a Dutch champion at least when he was your age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he also had kind of like the same, kind of like a one-on-one story, but like 20 years later.
But I saw some tricks of him. He's really good.
15 years later. Yeah, he's really good.
I saw him doing this alley-oop topside porn star.
Yeah.
On this super insane thing, but you have to, it's normally where you put where je karretje in zet, als je gaat boodschappen.
A shopping cart. Yeah.
Yeah, with your shopping cart in. Yeah. Pretty cool trick.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
I used to human beatbox with him.
Oh.
He was like the host on a lot of competitions. Also, Can You Take the Heat in Amsterdam. He was a really good beatboxer.
Can you tell me about the Can You Take the Heat competition? I wasn't there, so.
I was there a couple of times. It was really, I mean, it was huge. I mean, the amount of people, you know, following this competition, it was of course all over town. So there wasn't like one spot, but like a couple.
Oh.
And then, I mean, it used to, I mean, I remember being on Sloterdijk, like the rails up there, a big session.
So the short ones at Sloterdijk?
Yeah, and the longer ones as well.
Yeah.
Everybody drinking beer. I mean, skaters from all over the world doing like insane tricks. Standing on top of cars to see it, like climbing into trees, or you know, to have a better view.
Oh.
And
I suddenly remember, by the way, sorry to interrupt you, but I suddenly remember the first time I ever saw you was at IMYTA.
Yeah.
And we were both climbed in the, what was it, like, I don't know, like a metal steel, structure.
Yeah.
But it was an IMYTA, that one though.
Yeah, okay.
And I just remember sitting there, and I still have like phone footage from it, and but that was like 2006 or something.
Are you talking about, you were talking about Can You Take the Heat, right?
Well, I asked you about Can You Take the Heat.
Yeah, but that's something else.
Yeah, but this was IMYTA.
This was IMYTA.
Yeah, it's definitely something else.
But also
what year was the Can You Take the Heat competition?
I have no clue, but let me see.
Just think of a number.
Google it.
Okay, but it's not on Google, I think. So.
No, that's true. Then I still don't know. But let's say, could it be like 2004?
Alright.
Could that be?
But was it then like a real street competition in a way, or
I remember
who organized it, and what was?
I have no idea, but I remember like there was a big third round.
Okay.
And you could also skate like. Yeah, there was only actually a vert, I believe, and of course you had like the smaller pipes on the side that you could skate at, and I was just doing gaps out of the vert onto the street, and I remember grinding the basket. I climbed into the basket, did the Royale.
Oh, whoa! Is there a photo of that?
Yeah, Derek, if you're watching, give me that photo. But I'm still looking for that one. Okay, yeah, I did it Royale, so I jumped out with the gap and landed into the sand.
Sick. At Museumplein. Is it still the same? Wow, that's really high.
Yeah, that's pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it again.
No.
No. But I mean, if you look at it, you know, it was just super. Everybody who started skating back then is now doing something creative.
Yeah.
So for everybody was like a good base to, you know, to start to do something else with their lives, you know.
Yeah, true.
You know, writing or you know, acting or making music or you know, creating. I mean,
filming.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at everybody from that period,
especially that group of people you were in, they're like all highly productive, well-established guys now.
If you look at all the guys from the E44 and the 031 crew, and then of course also from the 035 crew.
Yeah.
But actually all the crews, if I look at they're all like a lot of people turned out to be creative.
Yeah.
And
but also successful, I think.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of famous people in Holland who started out inline skating. I mean it is insane.
Can you name them all?
No. I can name a couple.
Name a couple.
Yeah, I mean famous people, you know, who are doing stuff. You know, in the public eye. Let's say JJ Boske, who used to be a really good skater. Stefan Haars, my brother. Let me see. Pascal. You know him? From
the magazine? Yeah. I saw him in the magazine.
He's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, for example, I remember Sergio Hasselbank.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an actor.
Yeah.
He's a really good inline skater as well. Yeah. He did the music role.
Shit, ik kom ook echt gewoon binnen ineens. Ja.
Dat is goed.
Ja, zeker.
Kom je erbij zitten?
Thanks. Fighter. RS?
Tim, je hebt nooit in het echt gezien, toch?
Nooit in het echt, nee.
We hadden het net over je...
Oké.
We hebben even je blad terug. Je backside royaal staat.
Oh, nice.
We hebben net onze ogen getatoeëerd.
Je ogen?
Ja, de eyeliner. Dus een beetje opgezwollen nog.
Jij?
Ja, hij
En
ook.
ik ook, man. Wat? Gezichtstattoo, bitches.
Nee, we need to talk English, people.
Oh, oké.
For the YouTube.
Eyeliner is universal.
Yeah. So, I just talked about Tim, how funny it is that you actually don't know each other because you kind of like you were a Dutch champion when you were 13.
Yeah.
And you were a Dutch champion when you were 13.
True story.
And because
generations.
both of you are kind of like
nice.
fun to watch on camera, you both started kind of like acting because of it. Because you started acting also when you were like 13 already.
Yeah.
And you're in television now, right? You're doing shows and stuff?
With Clock House.
Yeah.
Google that.
Yeah, doing all kinds of scientific stuff, and I have to explain it, you know. So that's really nice.
Yeah, because you know so much about science.
Right? I know everything because it's in the script. Yeah.
Well, it's funny to see how many people start off like inline skating and then doing something creative. I mean, we were just like naming a list of people who are acting or writing, or working in the
music industry as well.
Yeah, it's really fun to see.
It's an entertaining thing.
Absolutely.
I think you start filming each other and doing crazy stuff in front of the camera.
Yeah, it becomes natural.
I also really like the six-pack stuff.
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah, that's old school. Yeah.
With the fish.
Oh yeah. In full park.
Yeah.
I was just there.
Oh, we forgot about six-pack.
Yeah. That was so fun to do. I mean, I had to do audition for that one.
For the fish thing?
No. Oh, that one, you remember, you saw that one?
Six-pack?
No. Yeah, I remember six-pack, but I
bought a fish.
Okay.
And I just went into the water with a dead fish and I pretended it was alive. So I'm like, fuck, I need the fish. And everybody
A
was
really big one.
45, 50 people standing out there and noticing me. And I came out the water with this fish and I just bumped him on his head until he was dead. He was already dead. And then they gave me a big applause. That's quite funny. But,
how big was the fish?
Yeah.
There was also a thing, the come and walk with me.
Sommige mensen zouden naar huis gaan.
Ja, we zijn echt bijna.
Loop even mee.
Yeah. It's a show where I tell people you won a prize, but your prize isn't here. It's a little bit down the road. Just walk with me, and I would like check out how many meters they would walk with me. That's the only thing I just I didn't care about like a prize. There was no prize.
There was no prize.
So.
What was the furthest somebody walked with you?
I had one entire. I tried it on a complete street. So I had like 15 people with me.
You did it a few times?
No, in once.
Okay, yeah.
And they just kept on walking with me, like for like hours.
Hours?
Yeah, and we didn't have any tapes anymore in our camera, so we had like we wanted to say, come on, go home.
Yeah, go home.
Then they went home. So.
I also clearly remember the one where you like go to the bakery and say like, oh yeah, I want something like that, I want more like that, yeah, 10 of those, and then I don't have no money.
Ik heb helemaal geen geld bij.
Yeah.
That's the Pulp Show.
It
was like before we did New Kids on the Block, the sketch show.
But with the Pulp Show, you thought about everything yourself, right? Together?
The Pulp Show was like Stefan and Flip thinking out and creating a lot of stuff they just wanted to do with us. And also a little bit of acting, also some sketches involved.
Yeah.
But Sixpack was all, everybody had to go and think out their own ideas.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was good.
And then you have a crazy brainstorm for the Pulp Show together.
No, Stefan and Flip.
Only they.
Yeah, Stefan, and of course we also had ideas, but it was mostly Stefan and Flip.
Okay, wow.
And if you look at it, that's a really cool thing. When I started skating and my brother started filming me in front of the camera, and it never changed actually, because we did a couple of features as well, and I mean that's really special. That's really cool.
What do you mean features?
Movies, features.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because is he still your main director that you work with?
No, because I did like let's say 32 productions, and only 5 or 6 are with him.
Oh, okay.
So the most things I do are without them.
Yeah. That's funny. Do you count it?
No, it's all IMDb.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
You just look it up.
Yeah.
You see it, so.
Yeah.
But that's fun. Yeah.
And what are you working on right now?
Yeah, and I'm doing a short. It's called The Pink Moon Comes. It's about a guy who lives on the streets of Amsterdam and is homeless.
Is that you?
Yeah, that is me.
Oh, that's easy.
That's super easy. I've been homeless all my life.
Yeah, exactly.
No. But I mean, it's going to be great fun. It's going to be all in English, so that's cool. Yeah.
International or?
Yeah, it's supposed to be for the international market.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
it's Yannick de Waal is a Dutch guy. He wrote it and he's going to direct it. And yeah, we're going to do that in a month. So.
Nice.
Yep.
Awesome.
Zeker.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Is this something we missed?
My mom.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I can also talk about it. And about your mom.
She's horny.
And yours.
Iets wat zou nog leuk zijn. We hebben E44 wel een beetje gehad.
Shit, I missed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I can watch it. Yeah.
No worries.
What did you talk about? Just real quick.
About the his experiences with the national championships and how he went to America and all the movies, like the skate movies he's been in.
Lausanne.
And you started skating a few weeks ago, maybe for one time.
No, I actually when the weather is right, I skate like 2-3 times a week.
Oh, whoa, that's amazing.
So I'm trying to I'm practicing on my. I want to try my 720 corkscrew again.
Jesus.
You know, if you got questions about my mom, you can put them underneath this video. No, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And one question.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, did she ever disapprove something?
My mom.
Yeah.
What are you talking
but
about?
I mean, of the television stuff, the crazy things you do. Did she ever watch and say, "Come on, Tim, that's just a step too far"?
Not really though, because
no?
I mean, she is so used. She's so used to having 2 kids like Stefan and me in her household that she's so used to it. So actually, she's super proud.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and she really appreciates the comedy. So still, of course, my mom. You know, my mom. How do you say it in English? Every single time when I came home of something, it was like.
Yeah, in the beginning.
So she's a good naysayer.
Yeah.
All right, let's end on that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Cool, Pascal.
Thanks. Hey, cool for joining, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was Tim Haars and Pascal Tan. If you like this video, check out more videos like this on our podcast playlist on YouTube. I'll put a link on it in the description. If you have any questions for Tim or Pascal, don't put it in the comments because we probably will not answer it. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Ta-da!